Dear students, in this video we are going to see the 2 marks questions given in the previous question papers, and the date of this paper is February or March 2022. So let me give you a few suggestions. So whenever you write the 2 marks questions, try to write at the end. Okay, try to write at the end. That is the first point. Second point is you try to write all the questions in the order. So you start from A, next write B, next write C, and so on. Okay, so try to write all the questions only in the order and try to attempt all the questions also. And next point is you try to write the answer as simple as possible. Only 2 or 3 lines is enough. Only 2 or 3 lines is enough. Okay, now let's see the first question. What is a variable? Give an example. So one of the simple definition is variable is a named memory location. That means you take the memory. Suppose if you have a variable like this, int a is equal to 10. Suppose if integer occupies 2 bytes, right? So these are the 2 bytes allocated to a, and for these 2 bytes the name given is a. Okay, so that's why I'm going to call variable is a named memory location. So this is a memory location and its name is a. Okay, and second point you write as variable is used to store values. Okay, so variable is used to store different values at different times. For example, at the beginning of the program, variable a might contain 10, and later you may change the value of a to a is equal to a plus 10. So in this case, a value becomes 20. And again, later in the program, you can again change the value of a like this. A is equal to a minus 5. That is 20 minus 5 is 15. So variable is used to store different values at different times. And he also asked to give an example. Okay. So you simply write like this. Int a is equal to 10. A is an integer variable. Next one is float b is equal to 10.5. Here b is a floating point variable. That's enough. Okay. See the second question. What is an array? Give an example. See here a simple definition. Array is a collection of similar data items. Similar word is very important. Similar data items. That means, okay, if you declare like this an array, here there are 10 elements and all 10 elements are integers only, right? All 10 elements are integers. That's why the array is a collection of similar data items. And you can also write there are 2 types of arrays. For example, here is asking that to give an example. So in this case, you can write there are 2 types of arrays. First one is one-dimensional array and second one is two-dimensional array. How to declare one-dimensional array? You write like this, int a of 10. How to declare two-dimensional array? Write like this, int b of 5, 5. So this is enough for 2 marks. Okay. See the next one. How is a function declared in C language? So the simple answer is any function can be declared outside the main function. Nothing but global declaration. Or any function can be declared inside the main function also. Okay. So take this simple example. There is a main function and there is a function called f1. How to declare this function f1? See here, before the main function, you can write here. The first option is before the main function, you just write all this header. Void f1 of int a. Void f1 of int a and keep the semicolon. Okay. So this is called as a function declaration. Function declaration. Or else you can write the same statement inside the main function also. Okay. Next one is, what is dangling pointer? This is a very important question. It was asked so many times. Okay. Very simple definition is there. Dangling pointer is a pointer that points to a deallocated memory. You underline this word deallocated memory. See this example. Here by using malloc function, I am requesting the 10 bytes. For example, these are all the 10 bytes what are allocated, and we know that the malloc returns the address of the first byte. Okay, that means for example the address of the first byte is 1000. So this 1000 is stored in a variable called ptr. Okay, now later you have to deallocate memory, right? So whenever you write free of ptr, so when you write like this, all the contents inside this 10 bytes will be deleted. Okay, now observe here, this is called as memory deallocation. Now nothing is present in this 10 bytes. But pointer ptr is still pointing to this first byte, okay, which is not having any data. This pointer ptr is pointing to this block, which is actually not having any data. So in this case, that pointer is called as a dangling pointer. Okay, how to solve this? You just simply write ptr is equal to null. Okay, so with that, this link will be removed and ptr contains null. See the next question. Define data structure. Give an example. See the definition. Data structure is a collection of data values that allows storing, organizing, and retrieving data efficiently. Right? So give examples means we are having two types of data structures, primitive and non-primitive. So all these integer, character, float, double, all these are called as primitive data structures. And non-primitive are divided into two types, linear and non-linear. Under linear, we have array, linked list, stacks and queues. Under non-linear, we have trees and graphs. Okay, so this diagram is very, very important. See the next one. Write differences between stack and queue. So it's a very, very simple question. So stack and this is queue. So first difference is elements are added in the stack at only one end called top end. Kada? So elements are added at only one end. That end is called as top. What about queue? Elements are added at an end called rear end, and elements are deleted at another end called front end. And next point, the stack is based on the idea last in first out, and queue is based on the idea first in first out. What is the meaning of last in first out? The element which is added last will be deleted first. What is the meaning of FIFO? The element which is added first will be deleted first. Okay, first in first out. Next one is what is doubly linked list? You can write in a very simple way. A doubly linked list is a collection of nodes that are linked. Okay, it's a collection of nodes that are linked. And how a node in doubly linked list looks like? So a node contains three fields. First one is data field, and this one is previous, which contains the address of the previous node, and another field is next field, which contains the address of the next node. So what is the specialty of doubly linked list? We can traverse in both direction, that is forward direction as well as backward direction. What's the next one? Differentiate between singly linked list and circular linked list. So one of the important differences in singly linked list, the last node, for example, if this is the last node, there are three nodes like this. The last node contains the null. Okay, so this is a singly linked list. The last node contains null in the singly linked list. But whereas in the circular linked list, the link field of last node contains the address of the first node. For example, the address of first node is 1000. Here we are going to store 1000. Because of that, a cycle will be formed. This is called as a circular linked list. So if you write this, this is enough. Okay. See the next one. What do you mean by binary tree? Give an example. There is a simple definition. A binary tree is a tree in which every node can have at most two children. That means maximum a node can have only two children. That means a node can have 0 children, or a node can have 1 children, or a node can have a maximum of 2 children. And is also asking you to give an example. You simply draw a tree like this: A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so this is an example for a binary tree. See the last one. Write the differences between bubble sort and selection sort. See here, the bubble sort, the selection sort, there will be some rounds. In each round, we are going to do the comparisons of adjacent elements. Comparison of adjacent elements and perform swapping if they are not in the order. For example, if we have two elements like this, 15 and 8, so we are going to compare these two adjacent elements. Since they are not in the ascending order, we are going to swap them. Okay. But in selection sort, it is based on the selection of minimum element from the unsorted list and adding it to the end of the sorted list. That is the first difference. And second one is, it is very inefficient. This bubble sort is very inefficient technique, and selection sort is efficient when compared to the bubble sort. And if you want, you can write one more difference also. This is a slower technique and this is a faster when compared to the bubble sort. Okay.